as you remember, heel. This is a 3-year-old Great Dane, and she's had some aggression issues towards a dog that's known to her, but we've also noticed around here, if she sees a dog she doesn't know, her immediate response is, you know, aggressive behavior. So we've got these other dogs walking around. We've got her going on the heeling, and then because of her issues and of her size, we've already started her on the down. She knew what down was, but again, remember you guys, the problem that you run into is they know that down means, you know, I don't have to do it. So that's the problem you run into. And we kind of had a breakthrough with her the other day when, you know, I stayed out here and made her go down. The point with one like this is not to get it to go down as quick as possible without the collar. The point is that I can use the collar to make the dog go down. So when it decides it doesn't want to do it, I can use the collar to make it do it. And the reason we want to have the cue with every command, Kim, is we need that commonality between all the handlers. So if I'm cueing it with the command, then anybody can take the dog, and that cue will be consistent with the kids or anything. So that's why we want to have the pager or the nick with every command instead of saying, well, let's just try to get her to do it without it as quick as possible. That's what makes the commonality between everybody. So let me just take her back and forth. We're simultaneously working on the heeling and the down. So I've got the loose leash. And I'm ready with one like this. If they hit the end, heel. Heel. Good. So when you're getting ready to do the down, you want to take some steps, heel. Heel. Getting ready. I'm not going to just come to a screeching halt and make the dog down. I'm going to prep the dog. I might say heel, heel, down. Good. Down. Good. One like this, we want to do a little technique that we do is kneeling down beside the dog. We don't want the dog to think that we're suddenly, trying to take, some position of punishing her. So we'll kind of kneel down beside the dog. Good girl. Good girl. Good. All right, Coconut. Coconut's over here stealing all. Coconut! Good girl. So we want the dog to feel relaxed and comfortable in that position. That's the point of this exercise. Good girl. Good girl. Not feel like, it needs to get up. No. Oh, I see you. This is Nick, my little assistant trainer. He just loves me. All right, so we'll do that a couple more times. And because we had success right here, we're going to bring the dog back to this same point. Tessa, heel. Heel. So remember, if the dog tries to go away, don't restrain him. Just let him go away. Heel. So remember, I want to use the collar to get the dog to go down. Down. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. No, Coconut. You little thief. Good girl. So then we want the dog to feel relaxed and comfortable. No. And you got to be careful feeding one like this around other dogs, because that's part of her issue, is getting dominant around the food. So, like Karen with your little hounds and stuff, I want you to train them initially. You already use a little basket muzzles on them, but you'd be better off just to continue with that until you get them to a certain point. No. Down. So be ready with that. They're going to try to get back up. All right, so we'll go back and do it one more time. Test the heel. And the reason I'm using the nick on this one, you guys, is because later when it gets aggressive, heel, you want to be able to use the nick to get it to go down. We don't want it to have an aggressive response to the nick. Down. Good girl. She's my good girl. She's my good girl. Oops. Uh-oh. Good girl. No. Down. Good girl. Good girl. No. Down. Good girl. And then remember, your real dramatic response with the praise. Good. Good girl. Good. You know, if you just kind of monotone, good, 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 that doesn't really stand out as much. They've got to feel, you know, if you do it like that, then they kind of feel like they accomplished something. All right, guys, so we're going to keep working on Tessa. Don't worry, Kim, she's doing great. And we'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.